Hey everyone, just a quick vlog on customer service. I had something happen here just today and I thought it was worth sharing with you all. I was driving along and I was totally thinking about customer service, and I was thinking about how it is that we can engage more people in social marketing. There's a whole generation of people over 40, which I'm in that group, that are actually afraid of social media. They feel like it's overwhelming. And I had somebody ask me this question: Stacy, how do I use Google AdWords, and why is it that it doesn't seem to work for me? So after doing a little investigation, I found out that they are trying to market via Google AdWords and other social media outlets, but they haven't really engaged fully. In other words, they haven't committed to be all in. And that's really what it requires in any type of business or marketing efforts. For example, you're not going to do Google AdWords for a week and then quit and go, well, I didn't get response for a week. You've really got to be consistent. It's the same thing with follow-up with your customers. You've got to be consistent with your follow-up. One follow-up call may not be enough. You know, it's actually said that it takes 7 touches through social media before anybody really wants to even engage with your brand. So you've got to be consistent in what you do, especially in customer service. So for example, what is the value of one customer? You know, you're talking about, let's say you get up to $5 a click or $3 a click in Google AdWords. Well, you may look and go, oh my goodness, that's so much money to be spending on advertising if you're just getting started. But what you got to think of is compare that click to the value, or even if you spent $500, compare that to the value of a lifetime customer and how much value they would bring you, plus the exposure that you would get to other people. What is the value of one customer? Is it worth $500 to you? Is one customer worth $250? Maybe that's what you make as your marketing budget. Well, recently I went into a dry cleaner that I'd never been into before, and this is really the point I want to make about the value of a customer. I went in and I took my dry cleaning. Now, they had just put their dry cleaning business in very close to my home, so I thought, oh, they're worth a try. Took my dry cleaning in, and I these 2 really nice cotton blouses that I took in together. I had bought them together, really liked the blouse, so I thought I'd buy 2 of them, and took them in together. When I took them in, dropped everything off, the next day I came back and I picked up my dry cleaning. Went home, unloaded all my dry cleaning, only to find that one of those blouses was completely ruined. In fact, it was all the white was brown. It looked like some kind of chemical had stained it all. And actually, it looked like somebody had taken it and dipped it into coffee stains. And so it was just covered in this brown nastiness. And the little black parts were gray. So they had definitely ruined the shirt. So I called the lady up and I said, listen, I'm the lady that dropped off yesterday morning. And the shirts, everything came back good, but one of the shirts came back completely ruined. She said, no, it was like that when we got it. And I said, no, it wasn't. In fact, it was in the exact same condition as the shirt that's just like it. She said, oh no, I remember. It was definitely in that condition when I got it. And I said, you know, it really wasn't. And I think you need to probably look at the shirt before you say that, because I don't think you would have even accepted this shirt. In fact, your boss probably wouldn't have let you accept this shirt in the condition it's in right now. And I said, so why don't you just let me bring it to you and then you can tell me your thoughts. So I went up to her. The minute she looked at the shirt, she went, oh my goodness, this shirt has been ruined. Yes, oh my goodness, I would never have accepted this shirt. I'll talk to the owner and we'll figure out what we were going to do in this situation. So I gave her my phone number and I waited. 2 days later, I still hadn't gotten a phone call back. So I went back up there and I asked her if I could have the owner's phone number. She gave me the name and number. I called the owner and I called the headquarters, left messages at both locations, explained the situation, and asked for an immediate call back. Nothing. 5 days later, still hadn't gotten any report. Went back to the lady and she said, well, they told me to tell you that they would be happy to give you a store credit. I said, I don't want a store credit. In fact, I don't want to come back here. You ruined my shirt. I want my shirt replaced. They said, well, we don't do that. And I said, well, I would like for your owner to call me. And I was very polite about it. So I went to Punta Cana and came back. No messages, no phone call. Went back into the place and I said to her, I said, listen, I haven't heard back from the manager. She goes, you're kidding me. I told them to call you. And I said, well, they haven't. In fact, I don't have any messages at all from them. So she got on the phone and right there in front of me, she talked to them. And she said, okay, all right. Okay, well, I'll tell her. And she hung up. And I said, well, do you think I could talk to them? And she said, well, they just told me to tell you that they will give you a $20 check. And I said, well, that shirt was worth a lot more than $20. And I really would like to talk to the owner. And she said, well, here's his phone number. So I called back to the headquarters again. Now, this is 2 weeks later after going through all this. I called back to the headquarters, and the lady that answered said, I said, my name is Staci Wallace, explained the situation, and she said, hold on a second. Without putting me on hold, she speaks to the owner, and I hear him in the background saying, tell her our receipt says we'll give 10 times the value of the dry cleaning of that piece, which was $2.59. So that means they would give me $25.99. I said, well, that doesn't even cover the cost of the shirt, and you guys clearly ruined it. She said, well, that's our policy. And I heard him in the background saying, tell her that's our policy, and we're legally not bound to do anything more than what our receipt says. And she said, you need to take a look at the receipt because he says, now get this, what is the value of a customer? First off, the owner is not even talking to me personally. I've gone through 2 weeks of hunting them down to get my shirt replaced. And finally, it did say on the receipt that they only paid 10 times. So I said to her, I said, you know what, I'm seeing here on the receipt, it does say that. And so I will come pick up the check for $25.99. I did that and drove away. And here's what I thought. Number one, I will never go back there. Number two, they will never have me virally ever saying anything good about them. Oh, go see them. They just cut off the value. Now, I will tell you, I'm not happy about this, but I spend a lot of money in dry cleaning for me and all my family. So I'm just saying, what is the value of a customer? The value to them wasn't even $25.99 for me. Yet I could have brought them hundreds of dollars, maybe even hundreds of dollars a month in value had they have just done the right thing. Had he have just gotten on the phone call and said, I'm sorry, we want to take care of you. Even if it was $25.99, the service of making me feel valued would have gone a long way. So today I want to encourage you. Think about your business, whether it's services or products. What are you doing today to make your customers feel valued? And when it comes to your social marketing, what value are you placing on your marketing efforts to be able to bring in just one customer for a lifetime? This is Staci Wallace, believing the best for you.